Hello, it's me again. Whoa, the bloom there. Whoops, sorry about that. Hold on. Ah, that's better. So I think this is going to be the last video I make when it comes to like AI stuff and paleo art because I just really want to emphasize why AI just can't do dinosaurs. Now I'm going to give out a few examples of good ones that they don't, none of them look good, but this is AI actually trying to make something that looks like a dinosaur, and it's decent, but by no means is it passable as paleo art. And then I'm gonna get into what I see all the time whenever I look up paleo art of whatever dinosaur. Then after that, we're gonna go through that D&D dinosaur book that I have that has exquisite paleo art by Mark Whitten. Now he is one of my favorite paleo artists. I have a few, but I'll just show Mark Whitten's art just for a comparison for today. So let's start with the relatively decent, I'm gonna call it AI dinosaur art. So let's go to that. So this is AI art, and it looks cool. It's not, terrible to look at. It has a very dinosaur or snake or lizard look to it, and it is a pretty looking piece of art. But the flaws I can see in the hands, I can see, let me move myself, I can see right here, it doesn't match with the rest of the body. The spines here are a little messed up, and like right here are a little messed up. So overall, it's a good looking piece, but this is fantastical. This looks more like a dragon and a reptilian monster than a dinosaur. So let's go to the dinosaurs. So at first glance, you would have thought that this was made in like 2006 or something, right? No. So let's look at the problem, or let's look at the good stuff. The good stuff. So the pattern on the dinosaur, not bad. The staging of everything doesn't look bad either. But again, it's really, the AI just doesn't know what to do with certain anatomy. So we look at the hands. See, the hands look a bit off. We can look at the tail. The tail's all wobbly. We can look at the feet. And right here, whatever this is, I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be. And then we also have something sticking out of right here, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. And then we have over here, we got some crazy arm stuff going on here. And then if we go up to this pterosaur, or heck, a few of the pterosaurs, look, 4 wings, what is it, 5 wings. For the most part, the AI just doesn't know what to do. So it looks decent at first glance, but the more you look at it, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's not right. And for dino nerds like myself, I know what these animals are supposed to look like to the standards of science today. So here's another one that looks relatively decent. It's not bad, but it's obviously, it's AI. It's AI. Like it just, that this is the problem that I have. At first glance, again, yeah, you got your 2 legs, your 2 arms, you got your face. It almost looks like an abeli sword with really long arms, but it's just not good. Listen, let's go to some actually good art. So now we're going to look at some good paleo art, some real human art, if you will, that really will show you that the real paleo art is so much better than AI art. So here is some art of KanatiGOTH. All right, and this is our good old friend Nigersaurus. See that flat face? It's a sauropod. So we can see how dynamic this is. We can see all the little wrinkles in the skin, all the imperfections of the scales. I believe there's some scarring around here. It's very accurate to what we think dinosaurs, or at least Carcharodontosaurus, looks like today. All of the feet have the correct amount of toes. The forearms are facing the correct way. You know, this animal is reacting to hunting this thing down in a correct manner of what a real animal would actually do. Then we have this picture. So we have two sauropods and some kind of spinosaurid. So there's no imperfection when it comes to anatomy, because not only is this a human doing it, but it's because it is directly being used for science. It's being used not only for entertainment for this book, but it's being used in order to be able to depict these as real, living, breathing animals and showing off that kind of talent. And so, as you can tell, Mark Whitten does a really, really good job at paying attention to anatomy. Now, AI can't do that. It just can't do it, because it's a program being fed references. And if those references are from other people's art, then that's not cool. That's not how it should be. And I'm not saying people are using this in museums and documentaries and stuff like that, which somebody on my YouTube had said that they did see that in a scientific paper or whatever, but that is not the right use for that kind of AI imagery. You should never use AI images if you're doing something relating to science to be educational, that sort of thing, if that makes sense. And, I've said in the past that AI can be fun, but, if you're trying to educate people, if you're trying to portray these animals as real animals, you got to do it yourself. You can't have some robot do it for you. That's lazy, and it is not, it's just not accurate. It's not educational. And from the examples I showed, those are pretty good, right? Well, let's look at the bad. So this seems to be trying to do that old school, like almost 80s style paleo art. And I think that's kind of another problem that we've been getting, is that people are feeding the algorithm like old paleo art. This guy looks like an accordion with a face. Like, look at the eyes. Like, is this supposed to be an eye, or is this supposed to be an eye? But obviously here we're not doing a good job. Then we get stuff like this. It looks like he got hit in the head with a hammer. He has no arms. The back legs fuse into one leg that turns into like an elephant. And then I don't even know what that's supposed to be. So it's still just, it doesn't look alive. It doesn't look real. And honestly, I don't even like the art as it is, like just art. It just doesn't look that good. Then we have this monstrosity. I don't even know what this is. If you're trying to create dinosaur art, this is not the way to go. Like, it looks like it's as big as, like, it looks bigger than mountains. Like, these things look like mountains. It's got this weird spiked tail that's going all over the place and clipping. The feet, what is this? They look like sleeves, like to a hoodie or something. And then, like, this back right here looks fine if you cover all this up, but then you look at the rest of the image and you don't even know what you're looking at. So for the most part, AI art just doesn't work for dinosaurs. We shouldn't advertise AI art when we're talking about dinosaurs. I've seen some people on TikTok, they talk about dinosaurs and they bring up AI art just because it's easy. So don't use AI art. Refer to paleo artists like Mark Whitten. It's much better.